Hey guys, Rob from SnaggleTooth Tactical and Alien Scales LLC here. Today we're going to do an install on a Coldsteel AD-15 Lite. We're not sure if it fits. We've had some customers who have said they installed them, but we're not 100% sure. So let's open a new knife with our old knife and take a look at this. It's the first time I'm actually handling one of these AD-15s with the Scorpion lock. Feels nice. Like it. Very nice knife. I'm not sure about the lock so much, but I like it. So, first step is to remove the thumb studs, and these, the AD-10, AD-15, the Frenzy, the Formax, there may be a couple more that have these larger tapered thumb studs. They're a little more difficult to remove, so we came up with a process that has worked very good for us. So we're going to open up our kit, and within the kit, this is the AD kit. So if you order it, it's a SnaggleTooth AD kit. It comes with a piece of rubber gas line to aid in the removal. It comes with a screw so you could use your original thumb stud, and then a slightly longer SnaggleTooth that allows you to fit it on the blade, because the distance from the spine of the blade, even though this blade has the serrations here, to the center of the hole is a little bit longer than most. So let's go into the install. So what I like to do first is I'll use the bubble wrap so I don't scratch the knife. I'm going to break the Loctite. Use a good screwdriver. These are slotted. Get one that fits very well. Get in there. Make good downward pressure. This one's tougher. Okay. So it's spinning. So we broke the Loctite slightly. So the next step is to insert the rubber hose over. Make sure it goes all the way down. There's no gap. And these tapered thumb studs look a little bit different than the AD-10, so I'm a little concerned on the install on this one. So I use my vice grips. I tape up the jaws so I don't scratch my blade. And let's see if we could actually remove these. Typically, they come off fairly easy. So let's see. I may have to open the blade. Typically, I work with the blade closed just for safety purposes, but sometimes I'm not that lucky. All right, unthreaded, very nice. Let's close that blade, and we'll finish the rest by hand. That's it. So this was one of the more difficult removals I've had. Still wasn't too bad. Just be careful. Okay, so next, this SnaggleTooth is slightly longer. The oval where the screw goes through is longer to allow the distance from here to your center line of your thumb stud hole. And we include a screw that should work with, actually I should test that first, where is the thumb stud? There it is. There's some Loctite in there, so the install will be a little bit tougher also, but we should be fine. So take this screw, put it through your SnaggleTooth, put it through your blade, take your thumb stud. You could even use the tubing to hold it to give you a little bit of traction when you're threading it on. So the pain in the ass is you don't have a slotted area here to put a screwdriver in, so you're going to have to hold it either with a vice grip, or if you're fortunate enough that you could get enough traction with this tubing, because the rubber does provide traction. We include an Allen key, and that feels good. It's snugged up nicely. So here, the conundrum is, how do you want your SnaggleTooth to sit because of these jimping, serrations, notches, whatever you want to call them. So I'm going to look to see what I prefer, and that's going to be personal preference. I'm going to try to get to sit on top of the serration, nice and flush, so it's sticking straight up. And I'm going to try to tighten it there without it moving, which did not work. So let's put the tubing back on, pinch it, and we're going to tighten it. Looks like it's holding real nice. Okay, we got our install. So this install, I would say, is probably one of the more difficult, but still fairly easy. As you see, I probably knocked it out in less than 5 minutes. I like the way it looks better instead of dipping into one of those recesses. Let's see how it works now. All right, guys, as you see, the SnaggleTooth works great with the AD-15 Lite. The install is a little trickier than most. Overall, I would say it's the most difficult install I've done on a knife. Still not too bad. Knocked it out probably in less than 5 minutes. All in all, I think it's a great addition to the knife, great modification, simple. Just when you do the install, I would sit it so it sits flush on top of that little land between those two grooves, and you should be okay. Snug it up. The aluminum you could really tighten up and not have to worry about it moving or getting loose. All in all, I think it's a great knife, a great install. Let us know what you think of the install. Please like, subscribe, comment, and remember, don't be left toothless.